past 3 years, the Wrestleverse has continued to expand like never before. Sanctioned and unsanctioned fight leagues, wrestling promotions, underground fight clubs, and narrative correctors. The Wrestleverse continues to become ever more connected with each passing second, opening doors to dream matches fans never thought were possible. Now, fight promotions across the globe are allowing wrestlers to compete in competitive markets, creating a broader portfolio for the competitors and a hell of a lot of amazing fight cards for the Wrestleverse. This is a Wrestleverse Top 10.
What's up, fight fans?
What's going on, guys? It's your boy T-Jon.
And Billy here, and this is your Wrestle Top 10.
Yes, sir. So, honestly, wasn't too much happening yesterday. Gotta be honest. And, wouldn't say it's a low, but there were a good few amount of things that I know we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, we got a couple different pops in AEW and in WWE, but as far as wrestle news, we'll stick to pretty much what we saw in those two promotions. So let's get into number 10.
Number 10.
I know you and I, we were kind of texting back and forth watching it, and Pete Dunne's disappointing kind of first match, one-on-one match, his debut. Not really his debut. He showed up before, but his first
This is like
match.
First in-ring debut.
Yeah.
I think this is his first actual match. And I mean, come on, man. The match itself was fine. He fought Xavier Woods. He did lose, but it was a pretty good match. You got to see what Pete Dunne is about. He tried to break the fingers, a lot of wrist holds and stuff. But what I really hated is the character. I do not like what they're doing to the character. And for those of you who don't know, he threw a temper tantrum at the end. Look at him. He looks like a 3-year-old that just got told no more candy. And he fought Sheamus and Rich Holland for 2 seconds, and then sits on the ropes, arms crossed, and then Sheamus had to drag him out like a child at church, going to the bathroom to get beat. It was ridiculous. It's what are you doing, man?
Yeah, I thought to myself there for a second. I was like, man, is he already turning on this group? The whole Pete Dunne and what are they calling him? I almost refuse to call him.
Oh, Butch.
Butch. Thank you. Yeah, Pete Dunne. I was like, man, is he already splitting? Is this him trying to kind of go a different way already because the whole Butch thing didn't really play out? I mean, the fans made it very clear. None of us really like it. It's pretty cheesy. But then I thought, I was like, I don't know. Could they really do a change that quick? A turn.
I mean, even the announcers, if you heard the people commenting, commentators were even calling him Pete and had to keep switching and trying to fix it.
I caught that.
Yeah, it's not good what they're doing, and I don't like it. I don't think anybody likes it, and just how they did his character is so grimy because he was such a dog in NXT, and now he's kind of just become this annoying pit bull that you don't really want to watch. So hopefully they get it together, man, because I'm not liking it.
Yeah, neither am I, because you really don't get to see the real Pete Dunne. You know? And again, this is his first match, and the match was good, but everything around that is so cheesy. I'm so over it. Just let him go in there and be the bruiserweight. Let him be a tough guy.
Exactly.
Fight Club.
And even Xavier Woods kind of put in the bruiserweight kind of they're referencing his time in NXT. Yeah. And it's just and don't get me wrong, I think we said it before too. It's not like Pete Dunne was talking much before. Yeah. But it's this is just too far of nothing. You know what I mean?
They could have kept the name Pete Dunne and still brought him on with Holland, and it would have been fine. Yeah. It would have been totally fine. He could have put the little hat on because he does have a little bit of an accent. He doesn't have to talk. Throw him in there and just let him be Pete Dunne. It's just
just let him be Pete Dunne. Don't hype up this overly emotional dude. It doesn't work. It's not.
He's kind of almost bipolar, or just kind of schizophrenic, but in a weird way. I
don't even know what I would call it, man. I have no idea what I would call it.
He was just staring. His first debut, just staring into the ring. Dead eyes, and trying to be like a sociopath, and now he throws
like
a little hissy fit.
It's like they're trying to make a mini Harlan, and it's like he's not that guy.
Yeah,
he's his own. He's just a badass. Make him just a badass. He was good at that. So yeah, man, not liking it. Hopefully they turn it around because he's just gonna end up in catering if they keep this up. I promise you. And that
would be terrible. It'd be another wrestler that WWE destroyed, and it's going to take a year to get him to bounce back. People are going to have to forget about this. And
I'd rather him go to AEW or something at this point. If this is how they're going to do it,
he'd be great. He would fit in AEW so well, especially with was it the Black Blood, whatever Moxley's new group is.
Shoot, he would even be good in the Dark Order.
Yeah,
I think he would be good there. It'd be interesting.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, exactly. But all right, guys, let's move right on to number 9. Man, we talked about it yesterday, and look how quick it came true. Raquel Gonzalez is in SmackDown, but they changed her name to Raquel Rodriguez.
Which I don't get. I
asked
why?
on Twitter, and from what I was told, it's a copyright thing or whatever, so that they can keep the branding for her name. Yeah, so her actual name might be actually Raquel Gonzalez, so they made her Raquel Rodriguez so that they can
own the right to her name.
Yeah, own the right.
That's definitely WWE, but kind of insulting at the same time.
Yeah.
Did you notice how tall? Is she standing on a platform? They made her look like a giant Amazon. I'm taller than she is.
Remember, so she was at Control Your Narrative, and she was like my height.
Yeah.
So
but she's not that big.
I mean, I don't know how short the old girl is, but I was like, yeah, she's probably that kind of checks out.
She's what? But she's wearing heels, so she's like maybe 5'11". Maybe 6 foot.
Yeah.
So, and they made her look like she was 8 feet tall in that scene.
She was definitely wearing heels, and I was 6'2", so she was at my height, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, okay. I'm just shy of 6 foot, and I feel like when I saw her, we were eye level. So.
Yeah. No, that's facts. I'll give you that. But then you also saw Gunther. Now, I don't know if this is a full-on move, but I do like it. I kind of like it. I have questions. We're kind of going to talk about it also in number 8, but Marcel changed his name. Fabian is nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going, I don't really know what's happening in NXT yet. So before I freak out, I just need to know what's about to happen next week in NXT, and if Imperium is gone, or if this was just a little quick NXT takeover kind of deal.
And I'm not sure because they came out with, all new colors. The Imperium thing wasn't there, and even the article that I read yesterday was talking about that we kind of broke, was saying that. You know what? They didn't even mention Fabian at all. I know we kept throwing Imperium out there and saying Imperium. That was our assumption, my assumption at least. But not seeing them and then seeing the change in outfits, music, background, all of that.
Everything's different.
Was different. And don't get me wrong, Gunther did great. And I thought it was hilarious that the crowd was still chanting Walter.
Everybody, just go back to Walter. We've been saying it for weeks now. Just go back to Walter. And it was a squash match easily. This was literally just a welcome to SmackDown kind of
some local town guy that they pulled off the street and threw in the ring with. Gunther.
Exactly. This was literally just one of them welcome to SmackDown kind of things, so you know who he is.
I mean, he booted that guy. I mean, that boot. I mean, the Gunther boot. He took the soul out of this guy. I mean, dude.
The slaps too. Them Irish Swift be ridiculous. Oh my god. Finally finished it with his little power bomb. That it's a lazy power bomb. I hate it. I do hate his finisher. It just seems he
comes down so hard, but he just makes it look so easy coming up and down.
Yeah, it's just man, you're done.
Yep.
It's no enthusiasm. I need a legit bang, a real power bomb.
Yeah, like Wardlow, man, deadlifting.
Yeah, exactly. give me some oomph to it.
I hear you, man.
Yeah, no, I do like. We said it yesterday. I'd love the fact that Raquel Gonzalez, especially since she's in SmackDown. I would have loved her going to Raw. And there were a few tweets from the Raw ladies saying, I know Zelina was like, "Why did she come this way?" And it was a few people were like, it'd have been better. And I do agree, but there's a real lack of people like wrestlers like Raquel Rodriguez
and we kind of said that all the good ones go to Raw. So for her to go to SmackDown makes the most sense because you don't want it to be that unbalanced.
Exactly.
It makes sense. And I thought it was great that it happened. I didn't think it was going to happen that quick. But yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'm just as surprised.
Yeah,
I was very surprised that we talked about it, and then like 8 hours later, boom, she's on the screen. I was like, oh well, shit, we're pretty good at this, huh?
Yeah, right. I told you, man. I was like, we got to talk about it. When I read that article, I was like, we got to, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But let's get into some controversy with number 8.
Number 8. Whoa, man, this one was bad. I don't know what's going on with WWE, but they are on a roll of horrible name
changes. Yeah,
so
for real.
We didn't really talk about it. So Marcel Barthel is now Ludwig Kaiser.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, like literally 5 minutes, I think, before he was supposed to go on stage, his name before was Ludwig Klaus. And immediately Twitter was on a frenzy, and it was all terrible things because apparently Ludwig Klaus was a Nazi general or something. There were pictures. They showed like what he did and all that extra stuff. Just like the whole Gunther thing and how that was a debacle, they did it again with the same group. So it's like, this can't be by coincidence. There has to be something going on to where this is just a thing now. I don't know. I kind of said it on Twitter too. I was like, are they trying to make a neo-Nazi like stable in WWE, like how they did like the Russians and like that communist, like the Red Scare kind of, like, are they trying that? Because if so, this is the worst thing to do.
Yeah, it's definitely terrible. I would say though, I mean, Klaus is a very common German name, and so is Ludwig. So, I mean, they're both kind of cliche names. I mean, obviously, just like with Raquel Gonzalez, he gave the name Rodriguez. That's so cliche, right? It's just like, oh, the most popular name. So I could definitely see them jumping on and looking up German names and trying to think of something and not even realizing that it's a Nazi soldier.
Yeah,
and I will say,
that was the thing,
trying to go that, I mean, I feel like Germans in general have been trying to erase that from their own history for so long, man. I mean, just their military budget alone tells you a lot. They're not interested in that at all. So.
No, yeah, you're 100% right. And what you're saying is very true. But to the rest of the world, it was like, come on, man. This isn't like a quick Google search. Like people were like, he's like the 5th picture. If you Google Ludwig Klaus.
Yes.
That's like the 5th picture.
And that's the thing. Find. And that's where I got to go. Like, somebody dropped the ball here because you're right. It is just a quick Google search.
Yeah.
And I've made a mistake too, but I caught it. I tagged the wrong wrestler.
Exactly. We talked about it.
I was like, I was looking for the Black Taurus. And apparently there's some guy on Twitter that is a Nazi, and I tagged the wrong guy. But I followed up immediately and caught it and deleted the post. So accidents happen, but you have to do your due diligence to catch that sort of stuff, especially in this day and age. So WWE, if you're going to fire MSK, destroy MSK over allegations from a year ago, you need to do a quick Google search on some German names, man.
Right? Maybe not add some more controversy, because that was another tweet. It was like, so we're done with MSK. Wesley's career is up in God's hands now, because we don't know what's happening there. And now Imperium is gone. You made 2 now Nazi-affiliated names, and we're all supposed to just be like, that's cool. We're fine with that. Like, come on, man. Do your research.
Yeah. So, I mean, they caught it. It didn't air. Slap on the wrist. Move on. But, guys, get it together, man. Come on.
Yes,
learn from this stuff before you really step in it.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully, for anybody who isn't on Twitter, you didn't see it. But everybody who is on Twitter was like, whoa. And see, that's why Twitter is awesome, because they'll get on your ass. And I mean, then you don't have to worry about a real national embarrassment. It kind of stays on Twitter, and everybody kind of knows about it, but you fixed it, so it's okay. it's fine.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But all right, man, let's get into number 7.
Yeah, let's do it. I think you called this one a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, I did. I said expect a little break in the ranks between Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss, and that's exactly that we saw. Now, for everybody who didn't see WrestleMania, which is probably a very few, Madcap Moss actually distracted Happy Corbin and ended up, being a pretty valid reason for why Happy Corbin lost that match, even though he was probably going to lose it anyway. He kind of like throws this terrible, what could have been a great party if he did beat Drew McIntyre. And he just blames Madcap Moss, basically tells him he's slipping, not doing his job. And you can tell like this was a real hostile meeting between the two. And then he like demands Madcap Moss tell him jokes. Madcap Moss tells a few cornballs like he always does. Happy Corbin isn't having it. Then Madcap Moss starts clowning Happy Corbin, and these two just go right at it and start brawling.
Yeah.
And so you see Happy start beating the crap out of Madcap Moss. Madcap Moss retaliates and beats his ass out the ring, in the ring, throws all of his stuff out of the ring. Like, it was hilarious. You could see that Madcap Moss has had this building up for a while. He's screaming just like Ric Flair wooing all in the ring while he's just throwing all of his shit out at him. So, yeah, man. This was a long time coming.
It's been building, and I don't know if I agree with Happy on this one. Now, he did do an interview saying where he doesn't feel like Madcap actually took that match serious enough. He was disappointed in him, thought he should have realized that this was WrestleMania and should have tried a lot more. But to blame him for something like that, I don't know. And it's like you said, I don't think he was going to win.
Yeah, he said that he was more focused on the fact that he won the Andre the Giant, Battle Royale. And I was like, I would be too. I'm not fighting in this. I'm going to be gloating about I just won the Battle Royale too.
I mean, the split, you called it. You kind of all saw it coming. It's good. They need to. That's going to be a good match. I think Madcap should be off on his own, man. He's much better without Happy, and he doesn't need Happy. And
I think they both are going to be better at this point because we were all tired of the interferences between the two. And I think that, them branching off on their own is only going to make them better wrestlers and just more fun to watch in general. Because the kind of corny jokes / bad guy routine was a bit annoying. It was.
Yeah, I hated it.
I was going to say, being vanilla about it, it was a bit annoying. But in reality, I wanted to gouge my eardrums out every time I had to listen to the nonsense.
Yeah, same. I mean, I like Madcap because I can tell he's a good wrestler. He's definitely a good wrestler. So I kind of muscle through that. And the Drew McIntyre matches with Madcap are good. But no, that whole bit I'm done with.
Yeah, this is an interesting take. Vince was having a senior moment when he thought Moss was going to be anything more than mid-card.
Yeah.
I think he can develop, but he is a solid mid-carder.
Yeah. He's a mid-carder for sure.
Mid-carder.
Yeah.
But he's got a lot of promise.
Yeah, which is fine. You don't need to be a huge star. I mean, you need to have those mid-card guys. Everybody wants the belt, but he's still fun to watch. He's still entertaining.
Yeah, he's a very interesting dude to watch. I have fun watching him. I don't got no problems with it, but I don't see him going on any title runs. Not with this current character. Nobody wants to see that. So, I agree with you.
And I just don't know if he has what WWE wants in the champion, so he doesn't have that draw, that pop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He needs to find a different lane or a different character, do a whole brand reswitch. And maybe that'll help. We've seen that happen before. So
do the Drew McIntyre, just completely rebrand yourself. It worked fantastic for him.
Yeah. Whoever was in charge of balloon inflation is going to be fired. That was by design. It was supposed to be the deflated, all horrible. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's all that was. It was supposed to be like that. But all right, man, let's get into number 6.
Number 6.
Tired of this BS, but I guess we got to talk about it because it is pretty big. So we all know it's gonna happen. Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey gonna fight again at WrestleMania Backlash. Charlotte Flair said no straight up and told her get to the back of the line, but Ronda Rousey went to Adam Pearce and was like, "So is it happening?" And more than likely it is. But does anybody really want to see it?
Bullied him, Adam Pearce, giving her look at that mean face. That's the same face that she gave Adam Pearce.
Does it all the time. That's her best face.
Right.
And I mean, I'm just tired of seeing it, man. Like, how many times are we gonna have to watch the same match? I'm not
done with it.
Into it. I don't want to.
I actually want to see Rousey fight somebody else to see if she's any good.
Yeah.
That's it. I'll tell you, and if she sucks, then I'm done with her. Fire her. Get out of there. I'm tired of watching it.
Rousey wins the match. Charlotte keeps the belt. I don't care. That's the problem. Yeah. I don't care which one gets the belt. Like, they've really run this feud so far to the ground. It's in hell. And I don't want to watch it anymore. Like, it's not fun. These two are not fun to watch.
It's not, man. And Charlotte Flair is good, and you don't get to see her be good because you're seeing the same stuff over and over. And to a certain point, I'm kind of getting bored with Charlotte Flair too because of that. So
I am bored with Charlotte,
man.
The mic skills aren't good.
Yeah.
Between the two, the promos are ass. Like, it's not working. The best pop in promos that they had was when Charlotte Flair jumped her in that parking lot. That was it.
Yeah.
That was like the best thing. And even that was mid. So it was like, if you're going to have these top ladies, because they are technically still at the top, like, give them people that are actually going to make it fun, because this is not fun. I'm like, nobody wants to see this crap anymore. That's the problem.
Even in Saudi Arabia, it was lame.
Yeah.
Like, that match in Royal Rumble was.
Yeah, and it couldn't have gotten more interesting. You had Ronda Rousey have her hand tied to her side, which was like, okay, cool. And then, it was a tag team. And then you had Naomi and Sonya Deville, which is a way more interesting rivalry.
Yes.
So it's like, those are the things that made that Saudi Arabia match way more fun to watch. But when you take all that away and you just have these two, it's like, I'm going to go make a burger or something. I'll just find out the results, This
is a good poop break.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great poop break. I can just follow on Twitter. And people are going to watch her even if she's bland. She is bland, and that's fine. She has a huge name, and she's earned that name. Congrats to Ronda Rousey. I would ride the wave till the end of my days and get paid for it.
It's a payday.
I don't hate her for that. I'm saying specifically, I hate this match. I hate seeing this match for like a fifth time. I don't want it anymore. This is torture.
I mean, we feel the same way with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. It's still like,
worse.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel worse. It's worse. At least the promos and the stuff building up.
That's exactly what I was going to get at. At least it's like two big guys beating the hell out of each other, but it's the same thing. And it's getting worn out and it's getting tired. And we've said this before with WWE. It's like they have to not just, kill it and run into the ground. No, they have to put a stake through the heart and then just
they have to
bulldoze the head and just vaporize
it's so bad. It's torture. Honestly, it's like purgatory. Like, how many times?
That's a great description. It is purgatory.
Yeah, we're just stuck
until we finally
limbo.
Figure out where we're going. It's gonna be good or it's gonna be bad, and we're just sitting in it.
Like, just give me whatever. Like, I don't care anymore. Just if it's bad, give me bad, but get me out of this specific thing.
I think that's a great description. That's hilarious. I love that.
Yeah, just give me something new. Give Raquel one of them at this point. Something.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that that's what's going to happen. This is going to play its course or run. Well, it has run its course, but hopefully they kill this. And then, Raquel gets to go up. And I'd love to see her with either one of them, Rousey or Charlotte Flair. I mean, either one of them I think would be a good match. At least it'd be different. Something spicy.
I'm hoping, man. I'm really hoping. But much like WWE is doing, I think we're giving this way too much airtime, so I want to move on. So let's do number 5.
One of the best segues yet.
Yeah, man. Sorry. I'm not even really sorry. So,
right.
getting into actually, you and Lady J talked about this happening.
Yeah, we kind of broke the news a little bit that Lacey Evans would be returning to WWE after she took some time off for her second kid, and a little bit before she actually had the kid, her second daughter. But she's back, and she made her kind of debut last night, and she's got words for us.
Yeah, some real emotional, like a little emotional segue. Really kind of reintroducing herself to the fans. I think she's been gone for 3 years or something like that.
Yeah, 2019. It's
been a while. Yeah, so she's kind of like new, starting from scratch. But yeah,
that's a lot of ring rust.
It is a lot of ring rust. And like Daniel said, man, this is what it's probably going to culminate to. A Lacey versus Charlotte match. And that would be gold. I didn't want to mention it in the last one. But yeah, that's like, maybe they're going to start putting things in place to where, you know, they don't have to keep relying on that crap anymore. Yes. You get what I'm saying? So this was a great time for Lacey Evans to come back. So hopefully, you know, she isn't that rusty.
There's a lot of big changes, you know, in Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. So everyone's kind of getting shifted around. So I'm going to be sitting on the edge of my seat waiting for stuff to happen. I mean, and hopefully it's for the best. So fingers crossed, man.
Definitely fingers crossed. We are watching, Lacey. So, you know, I'm rooting for you. Please get us out of limbo. That's really all I want to see. Get us out of this hell. But let's get into
number 4. Liv Morgan finally getting a win.
This was dope.
Sasha Banks.
But yeah, man. So I'm gonna just show the ending. So you see Sasha Banks hit this ridiculous superplex. I thought it was over. Liv Morgan eats it and just rolls her up in a sneaky ass pin and gets the win. It was the dopest pin that I've seen in a minute. I was like, wow.
Dang, that's inside cradle. I love a good cradle.
All she had to do was just like lift her leg and then boom, she just trapped her, got the win.
Dude, when you set in a cradle, it's tough to work your way out. You got to be pretty strong. So, and I don't know if Banks has that in her. She's pretty petite, but like I said, good for Liv Morgan, man. She's kind of been on a little bit of a losing streak the last month or so. Yeah, and I'm a fan. I mean, she's a pretty decent wrestler. I think it's more because she's cute, but good for her. You know, this was a pretty fun match. Nothing crazy, but this was a good matchup.
It's a good reminder to everybody that Liv Morgan doesn't need to be in a tag team or in a triple threat match or in something like that. I think the last singles match that we've seen her in was like in day 1 when she fought Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I think that was the last time we've really seen her. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there haven't really been any. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Both look.
I saw that too.
I'll put it up.
Yeah, it's nothing bad.
Shut up. You don't know what I'm looking at. I'm not gonna deny what you're thinking. Just shut up. You don't know what I'm looking at. But no, man.
That's why I don't miss a GG match.
Good wrestler, huh?
I said that's why I don't miss a GG match in NXT.
Facts. But so Liv Morgan is a really good wrestler, man, and I think she gets overshadowed a lot. And I know she already kind of had her little run, but it always felt unfinished, you know, because they're kind of keeping her relevant. And you know, this match happened because I guess she wants to prove to Rhea Ripley that she can still be, you know, good enough to be on a team with. So now it's left with the question is, will that match be enough to keep Rhea Ripley involved in, you know, trying to get this tag team title? And I think they have that match happening on Monday, I believe.
Are they? I thought the Usos.
Think so.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get into the Usos, but
yeah,
we'll have to double check that. So I don't know. They kind of seemed like they would split. I'd rather see Rhea Ripley off on her own. But
I mean, she wasn't there yesterday.
Yeah,
she wasn't there.
That's what I mean. But I also liked seeing Rhea and Liv Morgan together.
Yeah, I did too. It was a great tag team, but I do think that they need to go on their own. I don't know if I want to see Liv Morgan with the belt anymore. I'd rather see Rhea. Yeah, I want to see Rhea get one. Maybe give Liv whatever one that she don't get.
Yes, so that's kind of what I was going to get at. So Liv could definitely get it, but she's already had her shot, and she kind of dropped it with that sad girl thing, and so she's already had her run. So put in a little bit more time, get a little bit more experience, work on the bad girl thing, not the crybaby thing.
Yeah.
And get in there and earn a championship. Don't cry about it and say how you deserve it.
That's what I want to see.
Yes.
I want to see her.
Yeah, we were talking about this.
As soon as a fresh split, I want Edge to swoop in, kind of bring her in, and that's going to be the start of her getting her champ run. That's what's going to happen.
With Damian Priest. Also, I mean, yeah, I agree. We were kind of touching on that last week, and it needs to happen. It's gonna be
the most awesome stable that in WWE. It is,
which needs to happen, man. This is a bump that needs to happen.
Yep.
This is gonna be.
And you can thank Edge for another great run.
Yeah,
for giving us this, man, because this is awesome.
He earned my respect, man. I was talking all kinds of S when he first came back. I really was. I was very disappointed. I was disappointed with Jeff Hardy when he came back too, but now I realize that was just WWE putting him through the ringer, so I don't blame you for leaving. But good job, Edge, man. I'm fantastic. Like I said, you're in my respect, and keep it up. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what this faction does. I'm all in. So yeah, bring Rhea in. Rhea is ready, primed and ready for a title run. I do want Bianca Belair to get her time in. Let her just destroy Charlotte Flair. Oh my God. I would love that so much. Just the thought of that just brought me so much joy. Just let her tear ass through SmackDown. And I would love that. Just like a nice little factory reset. And I would be good. I would be so good with that. So, yeah, man.
We got some big changes coming up. We'll see. And plus, Banks, she may have taken the L on this one, but she's not going anywhere. She's on a good run herself. So,
exactly.
Glow, we're not going to see the last of them. And, Banks can wrestle by herself, and she's proven she's a great tag team with Glow. I love that.
I don't think that Team Glow is going to go anywhere in the tag team. I think that's where they're going to stay. I don't see Naomi and Charlotte fighting again. I don't really want to see that either.
Yeah.
Kind of ran that down quick. So, honestly, I think that them staying as the tag team champs is fine. That'll be a good year run before we see any difference. I don't really see any. I can't think of a female tag team that's out right now that would take it. I don't think Rhea and Liv will do it.
That's a good
just
point.
Because I don't think Rhea wants to be in a tag team anymore.
Yeah, I mean, and Liv did beat Banks, but it's in a tag team. It's something completely different. So, yeah, I mean, it'd be a fun match to watch for sure.
I like this, but I don't want to see it. But I do like
Lashley.
Yeah, I like what you're saying, but I don't want Bobby Lashley in that faction at all. That would be so boring.
He's too goofy on the mic, man.
Yeah,
he talks so funny. Like he's had too many concussions. He has a hard time stringing sentences together. So seeing him trying to be a bad guy with a little bit of his lisp and his kind of a high voice for his size, I don't know if it works.
Not feeling it.
It's like the Mike Tyson voice,
I understand, and I kind of like it, but I ain't feeling it that much. Not liking that one at all.
I think there are other people there. Plus, I mean, Bobby could hang by himself.
And I don't really want it to be a huge stable. Give it like 4 or 5 people max, and we're good. Like we don't need a whole lot of people. But wait. Interesting. I'll put that up.
Yeah, I like that. Go after Charlotte Flair.
Extra dark chocolate. That is too sexual to be an emo goth name. That's
oh my god.
That's
more of a stripper name or
that's a really good stripper name. Not gonna lie, that's a really good stripper name.
Yeah,
it's funny as hell. Just like 90% cocoa or something, and be like, nah, man.
Bitter, that's not just a little bit of sweet.
Exactly, just 10% sugar. I'm done with this, man. Let's get on.
Right? Let's
get on to number 3, man. You guys are weird.
So this one, I didn't get to see this on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter as often as you, so take it away. What's going on? Explain to me.
Let me tell you, Tony Khan had put his tinfoil hat on and got to the bottom of the bullshit. That's what happened. So for those who don't know, Tony Khan is, the main guy for AEW and all that, right?
Yeah.
And so he gets on Twitter and basically addresses all the hate that AEW has been getting. So he says, an independent study has confirmed that much of the staunch anti-AEW online community aren't real individuals. It's a staff running thousands of accounts and an army of bots to signal boost them. look closely. These aren't real people. Who'd pay for such a wildly expensive thing? So that tinfoil hat is on. You know who he's referring to, right?
Yeah.
He's
Vince
super
McMahon.
shading the WWE. Yeah.
Yeah. Holy cow. If that's true, I mean, one, I'm not surprised. I definitely wouldn't put it past them. And companies do that all the time. That's well known. It's especially with politicians. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what really happened. It's really what was going on Twitter. And I will be honest, half of them were not bots from what I was seeing. And it was so funny seeing the people like, am I a bot? Like, was I a bot this whole time? Like, people on Twitter just like trolling him. Was like, I didn't even realize that I was born a bot. It was like, literally, he's not accepting the criticism that AEW is getting at all. And I loved the shade from Vince McMahon, though. I thought that was awesome. I was like, ooh, stir the pot, baby. That was nice. That was a really nice little ending to it. He hasn't backed down. He hasn't put anything else out. AEW versus WWE in a Survivor Series match would be fantastic.
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna make it happen.
That's a money match. Not yet. It's gonna be a little while. I mean, AEW is definitely catching up. Even if the accounts capitalize the bot part. But I mean, there could be some validity to that. I mean, it's true. Politicians do it. You know, other companies do it.
Yeah,
they do it in a positive way.
I'm not gonna say that all of it or a good or most of it. No, it's not most of it. I feel like there's a good amount, but no, you've earned some of that criticism, my guy. There's a good amount there. So, yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely a fan. He did it all as a troll. He's a troll. I don't know about that. You see what Daniel said? He said, nah, he did it as a joke to troll Khan.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I don't think he's going to address it anymore. I think that was it. So we'll see. We'll see what else happens and how far it goes. Let's see if the criticism gets a little more staunch. But AEW's been doing really good, man.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have any complaints other than him hoarding wrestlers and talent, you know.
Oh, I should have put the picture up. You're right. Becky Lynch did the same thing on Twitter. She like basically copied and pasted it about, you know, her, all the stuff she's going through. And it was pretty hilarious, dude. Go check that out. Anybody that didn't see Becky Lynch's like remake of it, it's pretty golden, man. It's pretty fucking gold. So yeah.
Gosh, wrestlers on social media, man. It's like a whole another world.
It's way better.
Never ends.
Twitter's fantastic for wrestlers and just people alike because it's just a ruthless place. It's so fun. It's hilarious. As long as you're not the one getting burned, it's awesome.
Right. You gotta have thick skin.
Yeah. Oh boy, on Twitter you do, because they come after you and like just relentlessly. But
yeah,
number 2.
Let's do it.
Get into it.
I almost kind of spoiled this one a little bit earlier, but the Usos are trying to unify the tag team belts. What do you think of this?
So this was the big announcement from Roman Reigns, the next step. So he basically tasked the Usos with unifying the tag team belts. That's going to be their next thing. Roman Reigns has kind of done everything that he can at this point. It's time for him to kind of take a step back. And if the Usos are going to be, you know, the real like ones or whatever, they're going to have to step it up and really kind of do what Roman Reigns just did. It's time to unify them belts. So I actually really like this. I'm going to be honest. I really like this move because all of the tag teams that can make the Usos actually fun to watch again are at Raw. Like, I would love to see the Street Profits versus the Usos. I would love to see Alpha Academy versus the Usos. I would love to see RK
I would definitely like to see those matches. I just don't know how I feel about a unification. Because
it probably
I like the separate championships. Yeah, it gives more of a chance for other wrestlers to kind of get up and get some gold.
So the thing that I'm thinking or that I see happening is that they're going to get their asses whooped by all the teams in Raw. And they're going to come back with their tails between their legs to Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns is going to be like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? You know what I mean? Like, I give you one simple thing and I did it and y'all can't do it. I feel like that's what they're going to prime for. You get what I'm saying? I don't see
Riff
them
in the bloodline.
Yeah, that's what I see happening. I don't see them clean sweeping and just beating everybody in Raw. I think that they're going to get their asses whooped because the tag teams in SmackDown are not in comparison to them at Raw.
Yes. I mean, just for example, RK Pro, Randy Orton, and Matt Riddle.
I don't see them beating them at all. Shit,
that's
but
a hell
I
of
really
a tag
don't see
team.
them beating. I don't see them beating the Street Profits. I don't see them beating Alpha Academy. Shit, if Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins team up again, they are not beating. Like the Usos are not beating them.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't see it happening. So I think that would be a really great story where the Usos kind of get diminished and Roman Reigns has to like start getting annoyed. But okay, Orton turns on. Eventually, loses everything. Yeah, Cody gets the WWE title. You're going off right now, my dude. But yeah, I see a lot of stuff that you're saying happening. Drew gets the Universal is hell. Not right now. Not right now. Not with this current thing. I need to see more. I'm not there yet.
I think what Daniel's saying can happen. There's just a lot of other stuff that's going to happen first.
He's
more
like,
immediate prediction.
Yeah, I think he just like put all the future things in one thing, and I'm taking it suddenly, and I'm not ready to deal with all that. But yeah, you know The Rock is coming back. Comes out to scold him for being a bad tribe leader. Ooh, like a tribal chief. And pay me, Vince. Yeah, man. Put Daniel in the room. He just killed it. Killed it. But no, I do see a lot of the stuff that you're saying happening. But
I do too. There's just other stuff that has to happen first.
Yeah,
so I think that's a very good long-term prediction. But it's going to take a year for that to come into fruition, at least.
Oh yeah, because The Rock is coming back. That's like
in 39.
A big thing right now is that The Rock is trying to come back for WrestleMania next year. Because it's in LA. It's in his backyard. That's where he is. So it's the perfect time for The Rock to come back. So what's the match to make?
Yeah,
Tribal Chief versus Tribal Chief. That's the match to make.
Bloodline.
Yeah. Like a civil war inside the bloodline. That is the biggest thing that you can do for WrestleMania.
The battle for the chief.
Yeah.
Chief's
exactly.
So
I don't even know how they would like predict the winner of that, because it would really depend on how much The Rock wants to be involved. So there's going to be a whole lot that goes into that match, but the idea of it all is sweet as hell. I love it.
I could definitely see it working out, because The Rock go in, put the SmackDown on him, and like, look, you see, I'm going to put you in your place. You realize this?
Yeah.
Okay, now do a better job and bounce. Then give it back to him. Like, okay, you get it? All right, every now and then you got to get a little spanking, put you in your place.
From the dad or whatever, like, hey,
exactly.
Sit at Now that would be dope. And you really don't need any title fights or nothing. You're 100% right. Just the fight alone is great. Like, I think that would just be just enough. Like, I'd be fine with that. Everybody would be fine with that because everybody loves The Rock.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, seeing him in the ring again, that's a treat in itself.
Exactly. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that's the thing that happens. But
yeah,
let's move on to number one, man.
This is
man, oh man, what a match we were in for yesterday.
Yes. So AEW, man, coming through with another solid match, great main event. And I said it on Twitter, it's not a Jon Moxley fight unless there's blood. He will make sure you bleed, man. If he has to eat your face or split you open, he's going to make sure you're bleeding. And Yuta showed up, man. You said you got to watch this one too. So this was a great match, man. Have you watched Yuta before?
I have not, dude. I'll tune into like the AEW matches like sparingly. I used to watch it a lot, and now I kind of like take my breaks from it whenever I can. Mm-hmm. But this one was like super good, dude. Like I really enjoyed it. I don't know, man. I like when fights get bloody. I do, and I think that's everybody because we're so used to the super long, nothing happening, no bruises fights. So when you see something that gets kind of edgy, it's like, oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to fight somebody with that much blood. I've had bad experience with blood, So it's just, I see that as just like dirty and AIDS and like, ugh, you know. So it's like I would not want to fight that, man. That's like
I get you.
I'm good, dude. But it's when you see it, you're right. It does kind of bring it to that next step. And this is the first time I've seen Yuta get split open. And man, he was leaking. I don't know if he was on blood thinners or what, but he was just open and bleeding, man. All
because when it the stairs that did it, like he hit the stairs, and then after that, it was just like a spout fest from that point where he was just
Moxley was
bleeding like
eating
crazy.
face up on the post too, man. Just like pretty much like a vampire drinking blood, man. He did
some rough stuff.
That guy's an animal. He's a psychopath, man.
Yeah, he really is. But Yuta actually lost this, but he fought like hell this entire match.
He did, man. I mean, at one point he even put the bulldog choke on Moxley. He was Bryan Danielson's like double arm stomp, holding both arms and stomping the face. So after the match, he got his props. I think he's finally joining their group. What is it? The Black Blood something? I'll have to look it up. I
no idea.
It's kind of a long name. But yeah, Sir William Regal kind of put his hand out. I don't know if you saw when he did it. His face was like twitching and he was like growling a little bit. Like, better.
You can kind of see it in the picture.
Yeah, he's like, you better shake my hand or I'm gonna kill you, little boy. Like,
he was to me, it's like that. Like I'm hyped. Like I'm just hyped too. You know what I mean? That's what it looked like to me. Like it was like this match just made me like, like I'm hyped now. So that's what it really looked like to me. But if this is true and he's now with the faction, that's so dope. And I thought that this was really awesome. Like
this is a great come up. You know, the announcers kind of touched on it a little bit too. But yeah, Yuta was supposed to just be a fill-in for Trent Reznor, who was out when he hurt his neck. And he was with the Best Friends and all of that, doing pretty good. And he's wrestled over in New Japan and ROH and stuff. And he actually just got the Pure Match Championship over at ROH during the Supercard of Honor. So he's definitely on the kind of a upward trend. But he showed up and he was really kind of a no-name in AEW. And he had a lot of talent. And if not for Bryan Danielson really calling out Jon Moxley, saying, hey, we need to get good wrestlers like Yuta to wrestle and be mean and be violent. And if not for the two of them, I don't think we would have seen the sharp uptick in aggressiveness and power from Wheeler and switching up his style, which is a lot more aggressive. So
yeah, said Rico having an Alzheimer's moment. You're a messed up guy. Reminds me of my lawn and Beretta. Billy's got 9.
Oh, Beretta, yeah. Yep, I did. Yep, I sure did. Thank you for correcting me, man.
Yeah, man. But
Reznor, I am a 9 Inch Nails fan. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good, dude. You're good. I don't know many songs, but yeah, they're cool. They're
not. I'm very eclectic, man. There's not a whole lot of music genres out there I don't like. So, but this, I gotta say, I'm really happy for Yuta. He's very young, and like I said, to see this style change and to see him get aggressive, and then really have, one of the best wrestlers, out there right now, Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley, probably one of the craziest sociopathic people in wrestling. Getting underneath. Yeah, man, that's a really, really neat team right there. So I'm happy for them, and this is a great direction for AEW. So Yuta, keep it up. Great match. Even though you lost, you won my respect. So
won a whole lot of fans from that.
Oh yeah, he won that crowd. He won the crowd, man, and that's really it's like a gladiator moment. It's not winning the match, it's winning the crowd, and he won the crowd.
100% won the crowd. Great heart, great fight, man. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. But this has been your top 10, guys.
Yeah.
So. I still like the list, even though wasn't a whole lot like we said. It was still a really good amount. Left a whole lot of controversy, a lot of questions to talk about. But if you think that we missed something, or if you would rearrange the list or something, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
And of course, like, share, subscribe to Take It to the Ring. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, all that. We're always on everything. We're not really on Instagram as much. Got to kind of step that up. And we will. I'll probably start putting stuff on there now because I want to put some shorts up, just behind the scenes stuff. But I also, All Real Crew is meeting up tonight We're going to talk about the UFC fight that's happening tonight because that one's going to be good. I am definitely Team Peter Yan for anybody who watches. Aljo looks different, though, but I don't want to get too far into it. We're going to talk about it tonight, 6 p.m. Check us out.
Make sure,
Anything
guys.
you want to add, though, Billy?
No, that's great. Check out the All Real Crew. They're always a ton of fun to watch. So, yeah, make sure you check out our WrestleCap videos. Click the link below. We have all kinds of cool stuff. We got some sweet merch, too. But until next time, it's Billy here.
This is T-John.
Don't stop believing.
Keep it real, guys.